Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for a liftoff. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Going up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great
deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll return it. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Houston Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Off the play fake on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down here for the offense. Trying the left side. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give. Just ran over it. At the 20, he's got space. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Houston going up tempo. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push that...
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Fires left. It's caught downfield. Snowed under by the defense. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cougar!
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different.
Fires into traffic, picked off. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. To keep them pinned in their own end. Running back searching for a hole. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Brown has it. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. Houston wants to play fast. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Man, he took off and he went. God, the quarterback made the read quickly. You could tell he wanted to take off with the football. And how dangerous is he that he just started chewing up yards and running away from the defense. Nice run by the quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to Tulsa. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Complete. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Quickly complete. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's complete. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw if guys are open vertically down.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. The inside. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Makes one man miss. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And they swarm him under.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. 14. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into half.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offense.
And he's still running after the move. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Scrambling away. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Start to get that offense going and start having success. You've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this up.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Let it bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to run for it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll line up for a second down play. Now they'll try the right side. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. They'll go to the ground. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Handoff from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. They'll run for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Graves. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Makes the grab on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Houston going up tempo. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7. Quarterback on the keeper. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up third and goal.
If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing, they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Coming up on second down as they try to hold this lead. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and every...
Going to take a shot. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He'll ride his man on the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded. Understand.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Able to get one down to the 15. Houston wants to play fast. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll leave it with him. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
42, Houston, 28.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
It's caught. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Houston going up tempo.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wide open downfield. Afterburner's coming. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return go up near midfield.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And the Yellow Jackets inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down.